Hey there, it's Deepali. Welcome back to Deepa's Library. Today we are going to talk about the 5 books I have read in the month of April and how I liked them, what I liked about them, and don't worry, you'll surely get bonus recommendation too. So make sure you watch till the end. So without any further ado, let's get started. So the first book I will talk about is the Diary of a Young Girl written by Annie Frank. I think you must know that this is the diary of Annie Frank, and she was a girl in the war, and she writes in it how they suffered from the war, how they lived in the secret annex, how her father helped them to live, and how they managed to live with neighbors and all together from 1.5 year, almost 2 years, and then what about her thoughts, her feelings, all is written in this, and we understood how she really felt in the time of war, how difficult time it was for them. It is must read for all, even if the parents should read it, because usually parents don't know how their children think, what he or she suffers from, so they must know, and they will know surely by reading this. So this is a recommendation for parents too. Okay, so moving to the next recommendation I will talk about is the Sitayan. It is, you must have heard about Ramayan, so but this is the Sitayan written by the Amit Mazmudar. I love this book because obviously I love mythology, but not talking about this book. It talks. It feels like every character of Ramayana is talking to us. Like, what if the characters in Ramayana could tell you their own stories? They are talking about themselves. They are standing for themselves. It is in this book. Every story is about each and every character of Ramayan. It includes the story of Indra too, Indra, Hanuman, and everyone which was present there in the time of Ramayana. So we get to know a perspective from each of the character of Ramayana and about their each stories. So it's beautiful to reading this. Talking about the next book, it is The Palace of Illusion, written by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. The Palace of Illusion talks about the Mahabharata, and it is narrated by Panchali Draupadi, the wife of Pandavas. It is so beautiful. I'm in love with this book, and Panchali explains about every character in this book. About it could be about her brother, about every character, everything that happened in the Mahabharata, and we don't know that even after watching the serial of Mahabharata. After reading this, you will get to know so much more that you didn't hear before. I'm in love with this, and I would rather do a different video, separate review video on this book. Talking about this book, I get to know character of Karna. Karna was so good. The character of Krishna, oh, I already love Krishna so much. You must read this even if you don't like mythology or haven't read any mythology. Okay, moving to the third, maybe fourth book. It's a romance book, adult romance, so I would recommend this to only adults, and it's Our Impossible Love by Durjoy Datta. You have already known Durjoy Datta. He is a writer for adults. So it is a story of Aisha, her school life stories in her 17 and 18 high school life, and then she get into relationship, and the character of how her mom played a huge role in changing her life while the big problem of her life was going on. So how others helped her to overcome. And the best part is the revenge they take for the difficulties she faced. It's the best. And the love story after happens is with the teacher Aisha and her teacher, and that's good. It's a good, right? But I like the revenge most. It was so good. Okay, so the fifth book is The Fifth Mountain. That's good. It is written by Polo Polo, as you know, and I just started reading Polo Polo, and I'm loving this man. The way he writes and his thoughts and all the messages he spreads from the books he had written, and I love all this. I have just started, so I have read The Alchemist and The Fifth Mountain. I have to read more about Polo Polo, but in this book there is a guy named Elijah, and how he faces the problems from the very weak man of 23 who don't know how to make decisions, how to take decisions, to converting from this person to the man who builds a destroyed country into whole new one by himself. And it is so inspirational, it is emotional too, and I love this story so much. Okay, so bonus recommendation is waiting for you. Talking about this, it is The Love Letter, written by Kathleen Skinny. I just can't put this book down, not because of its story, not because how it is written, but because its smell. It smells so much. Look at this. It's like an old book, but because of its oldness, it smells so good, so beautiful. I just love this book because of its smell, and I picked up this from my friend only because its smell. I am continuing reading this. I have not finished it yet, but I hope it's a good. And the story is of Helen, who owns the bookstore, and while checking her letters and emails, all she found a love letter which is for Kot and from Ram, and its story reveals around who is Ram, who could write this letter to Boat, who is Boat, and all this stuff. But I'm liking this, and that's it. So that's today's recommendations, and I hope you liked it all, and make sure you like, subscribe, and click on the bell icon, and comment below to share me your thoughts too. And see you in the next video. Till then, bye bye, happy reading.